Christians have long been skeptical of the mainstream media, and for good reason. The motivations behind the stories and narratives presented by major news outlets are often traded and biased and driven by agendas that are antithetical to Christian values. One of the primary concerns is the lack of representation and understanding of Christian perspectives within the media. Many journalists and news anchors are secular or hold liberal worldviews, which can lead to a skewed portrayal of Christian beliefs and practices. This lack of understanding can result in inaccurate or sensationalized reporting, perpetuating negative stereotypes and misconceptions about Christianity. For instance, the media often focuses on controversies and scandals within the church, while ignoring the countless stories of faith, hope, and redemption that occur every day. This selective reporting creates a distorted view of Christianity, reinforcing the notion that it is outdated, intolerant, or irrelevant. Furthermore, the mainstream media often prioritizes stories that promote a progressive or liberal agenda, which can be at odds with Christian teachings. Issues like abortion, LGBTQ+ rights, and social justice are frequently presented in a way that assumes a particular moral framework, one that may not align with Christian ethics. This can create a sense of discomfort or even hostility towards Christians who hold traditional views on these matters. By framing these issues in a way that is favorable to progressive ideology, the media can inadvertently or intentionally marginalize and silence Christian voices. Another concern is the media's propensity to elevate and amplify certain voices over others. Secular pundits and commentators are often given a platform to critique and dismiss Christian beliefs, while Christian leaders and thinkers are relegated to the sidelines or ignored altogether. This uneven playing field can create a false narrative that Christianity is in decline or that its adherents are out of touch with modern society. In reality, Christianity remains one of the largest and most vibrant faith communities in the world, with a diverse and thriving presence in many countries. The media's obsession with controversy and conflict also contributes to the erosion of trust among Christians. News outlets often focus on the most extreme or divisive elements within Christianity, rather than highlighting the many positive and uplifting stories that emerge from the faith. This can create a perception that Christianity is primarily associated with hatred, intolerance, or extremism, rather than love, compassion, and service. By sensationalizing these negative narratives, the media can inadvertently fuel the fires of persecution and discrimination against Christians. In addition, the influence of corporate interests and advertising revenue on the media's editorial decisions cannot be overstated. Many news outlets are beholden to their corporate sponsors and advertisers, which can lead to self-censorship and a reluctance to tackle stories that might be deemed offensive or controversial. This can result in a sanitized or watered-down presentation of the news, one that avoids challenging the prevailing cultural narratives or questioning the dominant ideologies. For Christians, this can mean that their values and concerns are ignored or downplayed in favor of more palatable or market-friendly content. Ultimately, the lack of trust between Christians and the mainstream media is a symptom of a deeper issue: the disconnect between the values and worldviews of these two entities. While the media is driven by a secular, progressive agenda, Christianity is rooted in a spiritual and moral framework that is often at odds with these values. As long as this disconnect persists, Christians will remain skeptical of the media's motivations and accuracy, seeking alternative sources of information and community that align with their faith and values. By recognizing and addressing these underlying issues, perhaps we can begin to rebuild trust and foster a more nuanced understanding between the media and the Christian community.